chosen is not to be awarded a prize. It is not a coronation involving golden crowns or the applause of the masses. To be chosen is to be recruited for a task that spans lifetimes, an assignment whispered into the marrow of your bones before your first breath was ever drawn. Many look for the chosen among the powerful, the wealthy, or the loud, but the chosen are rarely found in the limelight. Instead, they are found in the quiet corners of the world, carrying a weight that feels both like a burden and a sacred inheritance. The primary trait of the chosen is a profound, unshakable sense of displacement. You have always known, even as a child, that the world you inhabit does not fully align with the internal maps you carry. You feel the frequency of the earth differently. You notice the shifts in atmospheric pressure before a crisis occurs, and you possess an uncanny ability to read the silence between people's words. There is a distinct restlessness in the chosen, a hunger for a truth that cannot be found in textbooks or fleeting trends. You are marked by an extreme capacity for empathy, which is often mistaken for vulnerability. In reality, this is your greatest weapon. You feel the suffering of the world not as a distant tragedy, but as a vibration in your own nervous system, which compels you to act as a transformer, transmuting darkness into clarity. To tap into these abilities, one must perform the radical act of surrender. Most people spend their lives building an ego structure, a fortress of defenses designed to keep them safe. The chosen must do the inverse. You must dismantle the fortress. Tapping into your power begins with the discipline of solitude. It is in the silence that the static of the collective mind fades away, allowing the frequency of the divine to become audible. You must learn to trust the intuitive nudge that defies logic. When you feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to change your path, to speak to a stranger, or to leave a situation that seems perfectly fine on the surface, you must move. That is the internal compass recalibrating to the mission. You must also cultivate the practice of observation without judgment. By watching the patterns of human behavior and the cycles of nature without labeling them as good or bad, you begin to see the architecture of the divine plan. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become a witness to the unfolding of destiny. The powers of the chosen are not the stuff of comic books, though they are no less miraculous. Your power lies in the ability to reshape reality through concentration and intent. Because you are aligned with the source, your words carry a weight that causes real-world shifts. When you state an intention, it is not merely a wish, it is a decree. You possess the power of discernment, which acts as a spiritual filter, allowing you to see through the masks of deception that others wear. You can walk into a room thick with tension and, simply by holding a state of inner peace, dissolve the conflict without saying a word. This is the power of being a catalyst. Your mere presence forces the environment around you to evolve. You also possess a restorative quality. Your proximity to those who are suffering can accelerate their healing, as you act as a conduit for a higher energy that most people are blocked from accessing. Central to all of this is the activation of the third eye. The third eye is not a myth. It is the physiological and spiritual gateway to the unseen. It is the pineal gland, the seat of the soul, which, when calcified by the toxins of modern living, remains dormant. To unlock it, one must commit to a life of radical transparency, both with others and with oneself. You must actively seek to release the lies you tell yourself to feel comfortable. When the third eye begins to open, the world changes. You stop seeing objects and start seeing the energy fields that animate them. You begin to perceive the interconnectedness of all things, understanding that the barrier between you and the other is an illusion. With an active third eye, you gain access to the Akashic records of your own soul, the memory of everything you have ever been and everything you are capable of becoming. You will find that time no longer moves in a straight line. You can perceive events before they manifest, not because you are a fortune teller, but because you can see the seed of the future in the soil of the present. Being chosen is a covenant of service. You have been given these eyes to see, these ears to hear, and this heart to feel, not for your own vanity, but so that you may serve as a lighthouse. The world is often lost in a fog of its own creation, and your task is to remain steady, to keep your inner light burning, and to act as a beacon for those who are desperately looking for a way out of the dark. You are the architect of a new consciousness, a bridge between the finite world of form and the infinite intelligence of the Creator. Do not look for validation from those who have not yet awakened. Your validation is the work itself. Keep your feet planted in the earth, your heart open to the suffering, and your third eye focused on the truth. For this is how the chosen fulfill the promise written